Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And with me in the flesh,
Iman Lucas.
Here he is. The hair is real. It's underneath the hat right now. There it is.
Check it.
We're talking Berkeley Street's Criterium today. Challenging race, challenging competition.
Yeah, there was a lot of factors for the race. It was pretty spicy at the end. We look forward to talking to you about it.
A little bit of controversy. Hang in there. Let's dive into some footage. Right off the bat, 360 footage, dude. So cool.
I saw that on your bike, and I was like, whoa, dude is stepping his game up.
Look at this.
Look at you.
You can look at everything. It's insane. I love it. Thanks to Insta360 for sponsoring this piece of content. New X4. Check out the link in the description. But let's talk about some bike racing right now. This race settled in real fast. What happened early on? 5 laps into this race.
Yeah, Chris Reichert was given the role of kind of getting off the front, establishing a move, and potentially winning out of that move. And he took that into his own hands real quick and just went. And I was actually really impressed. It was very, very impressive riding on Chris's end.
Yeah, he snuck away with an Alto Velo rider, Nathan Martin. Really strong guy. He had a good performance at the day before in the road race, and they were just off to the races.
They were gone.
They were gone, which was fantastic for us because in our pre-race meeting, we were like, okay, roles. We always talk about roles on the team. It's what makes us successful sometimes on Mike's bikes. And Chris was like, yeah. And Chris, like you said, Chris's early role was like, I'm going to get in the breakaway and apply the pressure. Because our biggest competition, should be no surprise now, we've been having some good friendly battles this entire season, is Volet Factory Racing. They got so many strong guys. And them missing the breakaway was huge for us. Because
right. And you would have thought they would have been a little bit more on point with following just because they have so many numbers to play. But, it's not our plan to worry about.
Exactly right. And this motivated Chris even more to ride super hard on the front. So you can see me moving up. And look at this, a bunch of purple jerseys. This is us on Team Mike's bikes. Why am I moving up? Well, there's a couple of reasons. First, we have Volet Factory Racing on the front. Right where they should be. They were attempting to chase back Chris for 90% of this race.
They rode the whole race.
Yeah, the whole race on front.
It was actually really impressive.
We got an armchair ride as sprinters, which is the dream situation. But at first I was tail gunning. And let's talk about this course for a second, too, because I thought tail gunning might be good on this course. It's like a 1 kilometer course. It's got 4 corners. They come in quick succession. And I thought if I could take these corners, on my own terms near the back, that would be ideal. Turns out that's not really the case. The better position was to be closer to the front.
Definitely. I mean, I think this course with that tail gunning approach is definitely more accordion-like.
Yeah.
And you're also trying to weave through riders that are fatigued, and it's just going to rob you of your own power.
I found myself having to do a bunch of spikes in energy towards the back, which is the opposite of what tail gunning is supposed to achieve. So I moved up to the front. That's the first reason. The bigger reason is Chris and the Alto Velo riders' gap was very tenuous. They were 15 seconds, and then they come down to 5 seconds with 30 minutes left in this race. I'm like, they're coming back.
For sure.
It'd blow back out to 17. Volet was missing guys. They were kind of fumbling up the chase. And I was thinking to myself, support Iman's chance for the field sprint, which means if Chris gets brought back, we just keep on the pressure, right? You guys know that feeling when you're in a race where you're like, oh, this is a really hard effort, and I hope nobody attacks right now. Well, I wanted Volet. That was my job. I wanted Volet to feel that way in case Chris got brought back. I wanted just to go hit him again.
Right.
And go off the front again.
And I was actually really stoked as the race kind of went on. I knew that we all have fresh guys, and they were been on the front for, 30, 40, 50 minutes of this race. So we had that card to play on multiple different riders.
Exactly right. And so that's really how 90% of this race went. I think we should just fast forward then and just see, because their gap started coming down towards the end.
Yep.
Let's see how that plays out.
Okay.
All right, 3 laps to go, and you can see up the road that Chris is about to get caught, and it's about to go down.
It's about to go. Fireworks are going to start. The real race is actually going to happen. We're going to have to clock in and really make some magic happen and capitalize on what we just got to achieve the whole race.
Right, we're fresh. We hadn't done any work on the front because of Chris's effort.
Fresh-ish.
It's a tough course. We were still doing power, right?
Right, but
a lot fresher than our primary competition, which is Volet Factory Racing and Ryan, who's been on a tear this year. Just like he was last year. He was on our team last year. I was fighting with Alex right there, which was funny because I was like, dude, I will go shoulder to shoulder with you, and we can both half wheel Iman because
I'm not working.
Yeah, because Iman's not working.
I'm cruising.
That's the whole idea. And by the way, before we even go any further, I didn't even know it was going to be a field sprint until about this moment because, like I said earlier, that gap was so tenuous. I was like, maybe Chris is going to go the distance.
I thought he might whack him and just have a little bit more in the final, but
I get super close to Max here through this corner, and now everyone's just kind of like on edge because the pace is picked up. Chris has just gotten caught, and there goes Jackson, teammate Jackson.
Dude, Jackson nukes it through 2 to go. It was actually out of control. I was like, this man, I don't even mind if he rides away right now.
Right. Yeah. And this is the benefit of like having a teammate up in the break that gets caught super late is like we got cards to play. Like now Jack can just go solo. And now guess who is back on the gas? Vole's chasing again.
Well, actually, Ryan is on the front right now, riding Jackson back. I followed Ryan up into these corners, and we are just chilling. I was super stoked to have him isolated. As you could tell, there are very minimal Volair factory racing riders now around, and this is a perfect opportunity for us to have the best chance of success.
Yeah, so we're coming down the hill, right? This is a tailwind, and I can see everyone's coasting now, and I think this is the moment, if I remember. Yeah, so I'm going to move up, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to get in a position, and right here I yell at Eric, because I thought we were just going to lead it out. We had the numbers. Like, we had so many cards to play that I thought we were just going to lead it out for you. But, instead, we just kind of organize on the front, and I'm like, okay, we're going to wait a little bit longer here. I loved corners 3 and 4, dude. So fun. These were so fast.
Fast and flowy if you got them.
So we're lap and a half to go. We're about to come up the hill here. It's like 2 or 3% hill, straight tailwind, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to get up to Iman. I take a peek right here, and I'm like, oh, Ryan is isolated. Iman's in position. I just nuke it. Like, this is my move now. Turns out behind me, we have Max from Vole Factory Racing, who is like the final lead-out guy for Ryan.
Right.
Who's chasing me down. I'm like, even better.
Right.
You can see I'm looking back. I'm making sure that the work I'm doing is achieving what I want it to achieve, which is, Iman, you are in position.
4th wheel with 800 meters to go.
Thing of beauty. And this is exactly what I wanted, is Vole to be just continuing to stay on the gas, forcing to have to chase me back. And at this point, I'm just going to empty the tank.
So you jump again.
I jump one more time going down the hill. Now, it's about to go down right here. We have Alex going for an early one.
I'm on Alex's wheel, and Ryan comes into me and kind of just takes his own front wheel out by bumping into me.
We're going to talk more about the crash. I want you to give us a play-by-play, though, for the final couple corners.
We will. So now I'm on Alex's wheel right now, and we're coming in, and I kind of let the gap go on Alex, and he takes it wide. I take it super close. I jump him into the last corner 4, and I knew he had just launched himself down that hill, so that was pretty much his sprint. As you could see, we have a huge gap due to the crash and also this Alex's effort. I came out of that corner nice and easy, and I just knew I just had to continue on the power. Super thrilled with how things played out, minus the crash. I hate to see that happen, but I was very, very stoked to capitalize on such an awesome win.
With the post up, baby. With Roman.
The post up. Roman in the back. The boys are stoked. I'm thrilled.
Got Chris celebrating. Yeah, it was a good feeling. A little bit marred by a really bad feeling because the guys we raced with crashed. Let's talk a little bit more about that. All right, last lap. I'm taking my final rip here into the backside of the course. I'm going to stand up and give it one more effort, and we're going to pause it to see kind of what happens here at the end. This is Alex coming up on the left-hand side, right?
Right.
And in his wheel, we can see, commanding that space, is none other than yours truly.
Your boy,
Iman. And if we go a few more frames, we can see there is a fight taking place for that wheel. Totally fair game. Ryan wants to occupy the same space that you're occupying. Everyone it doesn't take a genius to figure out that Alex is the wheel to be on in this moment.
He is the guy that is going to take you to the line in perfect position.
And so you guys are both fighting for that position. But only one rider can be there. And the problem for you is like you have curb on your left. You have nowhere to go.
I wouldn't even say it's a, quote, fight. I mean, it was just more of like just a wrong place at the wrong time doing the wrong things. I mean, you could see as this video continues frame by frame that my line doesn't deviate. I think Ryan's body weight gets a little bit over the top of him and his front wheel starts to go out because he pushes against my hip trying to fight me off that wheel. There's right ways and wrong ways to try to move people off the wheel, and from behind is not the way to do it, and it results in your bike washing out in front of you.
And that's exactly what happens. And you can see a wild deflection in his front tire And obviously once you lose the front wheel, it's pretty much game over. And it was about as graceful as it could have been, but when you're going 35 miles an hour,
nothing is graceful.
It's not pretty. And poor Max had nothing to do with this, and he just went straight into his teammate Ryan. And obviously, guys, we hate to see this.
We don't want anyone to crash.
Right. And this is it's a high-risk situation at the most consequential
moment,
fraction of the second in the race.
Right.
And sometimes these things just happen. So we wish the Volley boys a speedy recovery. And
Max, Ryan, we really do care about you guys. We are sorry. I'm sorry you guys lost your skin, and definitely wishing you a speedy recovery.
Yeah, and we look forward to the rest of the season battling with you guys and beyond. So heal up, and you guys know how the rest of this race plays out. So, Iman, great having you on, buddy.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you being here. It was a good time.
We'll catch you in the next one.
You.